today's episode, we'll have two different bikes to test. The Kawasaki ZX6R 636 and the MV Agusta F3. To find out more, stay tuned until the end of the film.
And welcome back to Malaysian Riders. Well, this time around I will be testing out two different bikes, and honestly, I've been waiting for this chance to come for a long time. And with that, I'll start off with the MV Agusta F3, and this is the 675 version, not the 800. Although it's quite outdated to even call this as a review, but hey, this is the reality of our motorcycle industry. We don't always get the latest bike to be tested. But that aside, I'm super excited to go out on this Italian-made inline-3 675cc engine, and better yet, it has a non-standard pipes and also a quick shifter. Let's have a go. First thing that comes to my mind was how wonderful the motors of this F3 sounds. It sounded so great to the point that I just wanted to ride it for the sake of listening to the notes it produced. Well, of course, the inline-3 characteristics of the F3 stands out as expected. It got a great acceleration around 4000 RPM, and it just goes on berserk from there on. But one must be careful not to be in that power surge during a corner. It can really drop your heart and take your concentration away, especially to those inexperienced rider, I guess. Handling wise, the one that I tested felt like it was set up for the track. It's all hard and heavy to steer, but this does give some stability during a corner, but not comfortability for a long ride. The braking power is tremendous. It's giving a rider full confidence and control to stop the bike, if needed to. One thing for sure, the size of the F3 is significantly smaller compared to the 636 that came along for the filming. After some times on the Panigale recently, I really think that the small nature of the bike really doesn't help me to be a better rider. It just gives a slightly more room for a little guy like me to enjoy the ride. But I have to say, I would prefer to ride something that is not so small. And that's pretty much all of it about the MV Agusta F3. Moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2013 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R 636. I've ridden this before, and boy, I am glad to have a go with it one more time. The 636cc inline-4 Kawasaki doesn't really need any further introduction, and the bikes come equipped with a fairly basic parts, unlike the F3 which comes with all the glitters of the motoring parts. But this is one hell of a good bike to ride on. Easy, predictable, and just better in delivering pure confidence to its rider. In terms of power, the inline-4 is already known as the king of smooth power delivery, so there is no doubt about it with the 636. With the greater mid-range produced from the motor of this Kawasaki, it really proves to be a superior road bike than the F3. Handling wise, once again the Kawasaki triumphs over the Italian-made F3. It's so predictable up to the level where I find it's hard not to push the bike to the limit. But then I came to my senses not to do so because I'm riding on the open road, and that is just dangerous. But the 636 is lacking a bit in a few departments. That fun factor, since the F3 is quite a wild stallion to tame, and also the attraction of the looks, unlike the F3 on the other hand. Riding the F3 is like putting on a Bailey shoes and having people gawking at your shoe, while the 636 is like wearing a pair of Crocs sandal and just walking about in it. So what else can we say about these two awesomely machines from a different side of the continent? I know some of you viewers will ask, so which one is a better motorcycle? I tell you what, the F3 and the 636 both are not the best bike in the world. Just look at the World Super Sports Championship and you'll know why. But to be fair, I would love to own the 90,000 ringgit MV Agusta F3, but then it's a bit too much for my pocket. And even though the Kawasaki is very good at its job, I just don't feel excited and entertained riding the bike. Even if it is 20,000 ringgit cheaper than the F3, it doesn't mean that I would buy one for my own. To be honest, I would like to have a bike that has the fun factor and attractive looks like the F3, along with the 636 superb motors and handling. And of course, the price must be reasonable. So what kind of bike is that? Well, maybe in the future I will test one bike that have it all, or maybe not. So that's it, people. I won't choose either one of the bike, but I made my points clear and I hope this will help in clearing out the differences between the two. Till we meet again, and please do stay tuned with us in Malaysian Riders. Goodbye.